Guys, welcome back. My name's Bill, this is Yo-Yo Knows Tech. Today we're going to take a look at the recent announcement from Apple of the iPhone X and how that just solidifies the fact that the Motorola G5 is the best phone you should buy. So guys, Apple announced this week the iPhone X, and by all means, it is an amazing looking phone. It has cutting edge face detection technology, has a fantastic camera, it has a bezel-less face only design, and it looks fantastic. But there was one thing about it that really made me question it, and that is the $1,000 price tag that came along with it. I mean, that's getting pretty expensive for a phone. Throw a case on that, throw some earbuds, you maybe want the upgraded version, you're easily upwards of $1,500 for a phone. So what I think this really begs the question of is, why are we spending so much on a phone? Motorola recently reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to test the Motorola G5. And at first I was excited. I said, of course, send it over. I would love to do that. I just started this channel. This is amazing. Thank you so much. And when the phone came, I opened it up, I unboxed it, did a little bit of research online, and I was kind of like, yeah. And why'd I do that? Because my job, I get new phones all the time. They're passed by me. I've been working with a Samsung S8 and S8 Plus, iPhone 7. Google Pixel was the phone I was using all the time before, but I get a chance to do this. I have the opportunity, and most importantly, I don't pay for them. So it's a good position to be in. And I think that's why when I saw the Motorola G5 at first, my first impression was, nah. But the truth of it is, I've been using this phone for the last 2 weeks. It's been my main phone. It's been a fantastic phone. I mean, it is a great form factor.
Hello, Moto.
It's a good, well-weighted phone. There's no bump on the back. The camera works good. The fingerprint sensor is on the front and it works fantastic. I love it so much more than the Samsung, the haptic, the vibrating that it does when you successfully unlock the phone. It happens when you unlock the phone, just like it does on the Pixel. For some reason, Samsung decided to do it opposite. It vibrates when you don't unlock it, but it does nothing when you don't touch the sensor at all. So if your finger's way off the sensor on the back of the phone, nothing happens, and you think maybe it's unlocked, maybe it hasn't, why isn't it working? Maybe you're putting your finger on the camera lens by accident. It's just a terrible implementation of fingerprint reader. Motorola got it right. So everything about this phone has been great. It has a removable battery, so if that's a concern to you, you can easily pick up a second battery, get yourself a couple days out of there without needing any charging cables, without needing to carry around an external battery pack. The back flips off the phone, swap out the battery, and off you go. It also has a extendable memory with an SD card, which is many phones nowadays don't have, and it's still a sought-out feature by many people. So they got both of that right. The apps all run. I have no problems. It has ample memory. I'm able to do everything on this that I need to do. Browser, email, texting, camera, all of them are fantastic. So it brings me back around to my initial observation, and I ask myself one simple question. If I needed to spend the money myself and I wasn't able to test these phones and work with the high-end, cutting-edge phones, would I spend $1,000 on the new iPhone X? And the answer is no. I would not even spend that money on a Pixel or on a Samsung Galaxy. It's a crazy amount of money when there is a phone right here that does all of that and does it well. I mean, why break the bank to do that? And to me, the analogy is a car. I mean, if someone sends me a Ferrari or a Lamborghini tomorrow, I'm gonna happily drive it. I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it. But when I go to look at new cars, I've never once stepped onto the Lamborghini lot and said, hey, I'm gonna take a look at these guys, because I think anyone knows you're not gonna spend that type of money on a car. Why would you? It's not even a matter of whether you can or can't. There hits a level where you say to yourself, why would I wanna spend this much money on a car? Or a phone for that matter. And that number is different for everybody. I understand everyone's in different brackets, but for me, if you wanna be in a reasonable number, under 300 bucks, free if you take the 2-year contract from your provider. This phone does everything you need it to do. So that's why for me today, my recommendation is if you're looking for a phone, you don't want to break the bank, you don't need a full bezel-less screen, the Motorola G5 is a fantastic option. It does everything you need to do well. This is like, to be honest, it's last year's flagship features, refined, put into a nice, perfect package, and priced at a reasonable price. Many people on the web have actually pointed this out as being a budget phone. And yes, I think it is. It is definitely really good on the budget, but there are also a lot of budget phones out there that are just that, they're cheap. And that's why I don't know if I would call this a budget phone. This does everything it does and it does it really well. There's nothing on this that made me say, I don't like it, or, you know, it's a budget phone so I can live with it. All of the features it does them really well. It doesn't have bezels, it doesn't have some of the high-end features, which to be honest, are gimmicks right now. I mean, these high-end phones, they're competing every year to be the #1 phone, the flagship phone. They go out of their way to break barriers and put new features in there. But the reality of that is you're paying for something that maybe nobody wants. And that's part of being on that bandwagon with the new phone. You're gonna try it out, you're gonna pay the premium to have it, and you know what? If the feature is good, if it's something people like, then it'll stay around in later generations of phones. But if it's not, it disappears. And you paid a premium to help test the fact that it's something people don't even want. Anyway, end of rant, end of phone review. This was meant to be an honest review. You've got the specs, you've got my input on it. Go to your local store, try them out, put them in your hand, see what they're worth. Decide when you open your wallet, do you want to spend $1,000 plus on a phone to get some of the latest and greatest? Or are you someone who just needs a really good phone that can get done everything that you need it to do? If that's the case, the Motorola G5 is for you. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you think this review was honest, you liked it, you enjoyed it, it's going to help you make a purchase, give me the thumbs up. If you have questions, if you have comments, anything you'd like to say, please put them in the comment section below. That's what it's for. I'll try to answer them if I can. Guys, that's all I got today. Go make your choice. Decide where you're going to spend your cash. Thanks for watching.